Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Franco at Dream Big Media. Guess what? Bitcoin just surpassed $10,000 yesterday, and in a day, it went from $10,000 to $11,000. Now it's back to $9,000. Okay, so what's the deal? Why is Bitcoin so valuable, and why is it so volatile? Okay, it's all because of the blockchain technology that backs it. So really quickly, I just want to explain if you are still wary about Bitcoin or still confused as to what's going on, why all the hype. I'm sure you're seeing it everywhere. It's probably going to be, in an upcoming episode of The Big Bang Theory, and so a lot of the world is going to, hear about it. But I'm sure you've already heard about it all over your news feed. So I just want to explain to you a little bit of why it's valuable and why, what the technology is all about in the blockchain. Okay, so I'm going to try to explain it as though you guys are 5 years old, so you can go ahead and explain it and seem like an expert yourself on cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Okay, so essentially the blockchain is this. Okay, way back whenever Bitcoin was first founded by Satoshi, we actually they had a digital signature for every transaction that happened with Bitcoin. So it's a cryptocurrency, it's a digital currency, and so each transaction that happens, there's a digital signature, and each digital signature is the same thing as your fingerprint, where there's no two that are alike. Okay. So every 10 minutes, a new block is created. And within that block, all the different transactions of the entire world through Bitcoin are logged within those blocks. Okay. Now, each individual transaction has a new fingerprint. Okay. When you sum those all up with a never before used number, okay, that never before used number, if you just think of it this way, like a mathematical equation, solving for x, okay, so 1 plus x equals 3, right? X would be 2. That never before used number has to fit within the parameters of Satoshi's the parameters of the actual blockchain. Okay, and so when you have all those different digital signatures combined with that never before used number, you come out with a brand new fingerprint, a brand new digital signature, and that's one block. Okay, now you add that brand new digital signature, the sum of all of those transactions within that block, to the new block. Okay, you insert that along with all the transactions that have happened within the 10 minutes of this new block being created, and then a never before used number. Okay, and then you add all that stuff up, you get a new digital signature, and that's what happens. It continues to happen this way. So it's all backed by the previous transaction that has been verified countless times, over the different, what we call our miners. Okay, now a little bit into mining. Okay, I don't want this video to get too long, just a little foundational knowledge for you to understand how secure blockchain is. In order to actually commit fraud or, hack a Bitcoin or anything like that, it's going to cost about like $40 billion or some absurd number like that to actually break into a Bitcoin and to check out what one transaction, to make a fraudulent account of one Bitcoin. Okay, the juice is not worth the squeeze, and plus all of these transactions are anonymous, so you wouldn't even know, what you're actually hacking. Okay, so it's really not worth it, and this just goes to show that why Bitcoin hasn't been hacked yet since its inception. Okay, so the mining. Let's talk about that for a second. When people think of mining, the reason that they coined that phrase is because you think of gold, right? You're mining for gold. So essentially, miners and Bitcoin miners, they are trying to reach the maximum potential of Bitcoin, and that's a capacity at 21 million Bitcoin. So right now we're currently at around 17 million. There's about 4 million Bitcoin left, and so each mathematical equation, right, the solving for X puzzle gets harder and harder as it continues to go, and more miners continue to actually start mining. All right, it has to fall within 10-minute blocks. Okay, so the solving for X puzzle goes like this. It goes, it was easy. 1 plus X equals 3, right? We figured that out. It's 2, just mental math there. But now you need really, really complex, and in fact, like warehouses of computers that are actually going through a particular software to find out, because the digital signature that needs to come out on the end has to fit within those parameters. So it might be 17 zeros, right? And so you go in and then you're solving for X, and then if you hit 18 zeros and then 20 digits after that, then it's not correct. And so you have to continue to solve for X within those parameters. And so that's why it gets more and more complex. And so the more miners there are, the more secure the network becomes, which means the more valuable that Bitcoin becomes, which means it's going to continue to drive up the value. Now, Bitcoin itself is borderless, okay? That means that, it's going to eventually, if Bitcoin survives, and stays as the top among the cryptocurrency world and all these different alternative coins, it is going to eventually become a digital currency all over the world, and people are going to use it for practically everything. We're already becoming a cashless society. So a lot of cryptocurrency experts are already saying that Bitcoin will eventually hit 50,000, 100,000, 500,000, even $1 million by the end of 2020. Okay, so if you guys think that you've missed the boat by not investing in Bitcoin as you've done so far, like if you haven't invested yet, if you think relatively to what the potential is for it and what it actually is going to become, it's like about $10 right now. You think $10,000 per Bitcoin, you missed the boat? Absolutely not. It's like investing $10 into something, okay? If you haven't, like if you didn't invest or if you were skeptical about, the dot-com, era and whenever the internet came out and you weren't making money online until just now, and so you figured it out, or until you're actively looking to make money online right now, this is the new internet, but like 10 times stronger, and like the technology that has become available through blockchain is going to literally transform the world. And even if you invest now, even if you invest at $20,000 per Bitcoin, you're still going to be considered an early adopter, because this is going to go to the moon. Okay, now also, I'm not a financial advisor, right? So I'm not going to advise you what to do with your money, but I would highly suggest you looking into it at the very least to see, because once you understand the blockchain, it's all going to make sense to you, and then you're going to want to invest, okay? Because this is going to be where a whole new wave of millennial millionaires are made, okay? So do your research, look into blockchain, look into Bitcoin, look into all the other altcoins, and you could definitely make a fortune, okay? So don't keep your money in a savings account that you're going to get like 0.01% interest on your money. Just put it into Bitcoin and, wake up a year later and be tremendously happy. All right, guys. Peace out. Keep it real and dream big. Talk to you soon.